EGM Network.
From Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Getz.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. I'm Cindy Getz, your host, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. And I have a question for you, okay? Speaking of beauty, what would you do to stay younger? Okay, what would you do? To what length would you go? All right, to stay young. Now I know you're probably thinking, okay, cosmetic surgery, but that's only a cosmetic change. What lengths would you go to actually try to turn back the clock of your biological age? Okay, so Cindy, my first question to you is, would you take, if you knew this could turn back the clock of your internal organs, would you take 100 pills a day to stay younger?
No.
Really?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Seriously, if someone had 100 pills, you wouldn't take it.
You mean to go back to like when I was 7 or 10 or something?
No, but they would say, okay, this can reverse the aging of your body by 10%. Would you do it?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, you know, that's a good.
I don't know.
You didn't know I was throwing that at you. So listen, Cindy, the other night I watched the craziest Netflix documentary. We're going to talk about it. So crazy that I couldn't stop watching. Fascinating. It's about this crazy rich guy, Cindy. I mean, like multimillionaire. Okay. He sold his business, so he's basically retired. I believe he's 47 years old. And his name actually is Brian Johnson. He's all over social media. He actually owned a company called Braintree. Now, that is basically a company that does kind of mobile payments, if you will. PayPal bought it, okay, for $800 million.
Okay, good for him.
Yes.
That's a good paycheck.
No,
good for him.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
he needs one of these. Good for him.
Yes.
I can't even find the button.
Yes. No, absolutely good for him. And that was actually part of Venmo. That was all kind of collective. And I love Venmo. I would not be able to run my business without Venmo. So extra thanks to Brian and all his work for the mobile payment industry. But anyway, so he basically at 47 is retired. Now he does have some side kind of hustles that he's doing entrepreneurial wise, but for the most part, he is on this mission to try to reverse aging, his body, and he is going through great lengths, okay, to reverse that. Great lengths, as in almost robotic-like, okay? So I'm going to share some of these things with you. I'm going to share some of the crazies with you, and then some of the more fundamentals that you and I can probably grasp, okay? Mm-hmm. So, and by the way, if you're interested in pulling it up on Netflix, it's called Project Blueprint. Project Blueprint.
I've heard of that.
Have you heard? Oh, yes, my gosh. This guy is wild. And it's interesting, Cindy, because they do show photos of him as a younger guy. And now he doesn't even look the same. Now, I don't know if he's had cosmetic surgery, but he was overweight.
Oh, okay.
His body looks like Superman. I am not kidding. He is so tight, so ripped. Almost perfect. I mean, he's shirtless almost the entire show, which, hey, he looks great. Why not? It really is fascinating. So you can actually see that a lot of what he's doing is working. But one of the things that we'll delve into is he takes 91 pills, and that's not even including supplements like powders and things like that. But so roughly 100 pills a day to keep up with this regimen. Another backstory on him. He came from a Mormon family.
Okay.
And he separated himself. He got a divorce from his wife. They stayed Mormons. He left the church. So his family kind of disowned him.
Well, yeah.
And his older kid came to live with him in his high school year. And you see that part in the documentary. They look so much alike, Cindy, and he's 47 and the kid's 18. And it's just crazy. And you see him kind of taking part of this whole kind of fitness thing. So here we go. Let's dive in. So the first thing, Cindy, that this guy does that's on the crazy side, and a lot of this, you guys, I believe I read that, because this is extreme. This is extreme. He, I think, is spending $2 million a year on these certain things and treatments.
Well, that lets me out.
But I am going to try to bring
$20 a week I can do.
I'm going to bring it down so that all of us can get a little bit of bite of it. But the crazies, he's got it goes wild. But the first thing that's kind of crazy, and you've heard of this, is plasma transfusions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. So he did try it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. He kind of considers himself, and I hate to say it, I don't know that he actually said it, but like a test rat for all of this. I mean, well,
that makes sense.
He's trying, and some works, some doesn't. He explored receiving plasma transfusions, including one from his own teenage son. And this is an attempt to rejuvenate his own body with younger plasma. They did do this study on mice. It did seem to work to kind of make the older mouse a little younger-like, but he did note on the plasma transfusions he's not going to do it again. So been there, done that. So not recommended. The next one, which I started the show with, was massive supplementation. Massive. Guys, you should see his pantry. It is just rows and not food. It's all powders and pills.
Yeah. So you know what? Let me keep myself on. So I kind of disagree with that because I'll say it and then we'll throw it out. Do the vegetables and the fruits and all that and get it the natural way. Well, but then you have all the other kind of MGO and all this other stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's way off the chart than what we can eat. I mean, I wish I had a list. I would have to spend the whole show telling you about all the supplements. But, and it's interesting, Cindy, you see him in the morning, his assistant, he has an assistant, and she lays out like these little cups. They're not, you don't see any plastic, by the way.
Souffle paper cup?
No, they're like aluminum. And they're like little tiny cups, and she lays them out. There's like 50 of them that she puts on the counter, and she puts pills. And all through the day, he's taken a cup of pills of this and a cup of pills of that. And so it's a whole routine. Yeah. But
you got to be a millionaire to sustain that lifestyle.
Well, and he doesn't work now. So
that's what I'm saying. I mean,
he's got the money and he's got the time. But he is using himself as an experiment, which is kind of cool.
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so massive supplementation. The next thing that is on the kind of the crazy side is extreme eating window. Now, every time I saw him eat food, it was already prepared, and all I saw was broccoli. So good for you, Cindy. You mentioned broccoli.
Well, broccoli, I met some people a couple of weeks ago that are doing microgreens, and that's the one that he said.
Yeah, really? Okay.
He said if you ate broccoli every day and the microgreens, whatever, like slivered. But my thing is you have to eat it raw.
Which I don't mind. You and I got together last week. Oh,
I love it.
And you brought veggie trays, and I couldn't believe how much I was enjoying the raw broccoli. Yeah. And of course, I had it drenched in ranch dressing.
Of course you did, but my brothers and I, we ate all kinds of raw vegetables, and my raw potatoes is one. And my daughter would be like, "Oh my God, I would never eat that." And I'm like, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, the raw potatoes, Cindy. I don't know about that.
I've heard potatoes. Raw lemons. We ate everything. Raw cauliflower. We did it all.
No, but I am on board with the broccoli, and I just don't buy it as much as I should.
Oh, I do, yeah.
So he does this extreme eating window, and it even showed in the Netflix series that they showed him eating this broccoli concoction, and he says, I get sad when I know this is my last bite. And now they didn't tell you like the window, and I still don't know the full window, but they do share when is his last meal. Do you want to know when he finishes eating?
Probably 4 p.m. or something.
No. He actually finishes eating for the entire day before I even start, because I do intermittent fasting and I don't eat till noon. This guy, his window ends his last meal at 11 a.m.
When does he start?
I don't know.
We're gonna
Does
have.
he
Let's
start at
follow him
midnight?
around. Let's get a Ring camera and we'll
I know.
follow
I
him.
kind of want to shadow this dude. I think it's fascinating to me. I have to reach out. Hey.
Yeah, let's do. We'll get him on the show.
Yeah. Well, no, I want to be in his house. This is where it's all. That's where all the magic is. But yeah. So the extreme eating window. Yes, we need to find out when it starts. But it does end at 11 a.m.
But you know what? The fasting, not to interrupt you, does work, because I've done that, and I literally lost like 24 pounds doing it, and not being crazy.
No,
Not crazy at all.
It's part of my natural daily routine now, Cindy, is I fast until noon. I fast until noon, and I love it. So
and when do you stop eating the day before?
About 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just like that my body has a chance to kind of catch up. And although when I'm doing makeup for people in the morning, my stomach growls.
Yeah.
And it's so embarrassing. I'm like, I'm sorry. They're like, please eat. I'm like, no, I'm waiting till noon.
Well, yeah. Some days I make the changeover.
Okay.
I do.
Now, here's something, and it was just part of the crazies, and I'm just going to share it with you. But he actually...
Oh, no. Let me hold on to my chair.
No. He monitors his nighttime flagpole raisings.
Next question.
Yeah. So as part of his data tracking, this guy monitors his nighttime full salutes, believing they reflect overall health and vitality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way to look at it.
And, you know, it was interesting on a side note, he was telling his son at one point in the documentary that he's on this dating app, and he, he's looking for a woman or whatever. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could handle it. Like, I feel like you would be under a microscope. And even if you're sharing intimacy, is that going to be all data? Is it all going to be like somehow clinically recorded?
You know what? Not right. Not to out myself, but I have watched shows, and it's been really a long time ago, of the people that are that. Substantial is not the right word, but have that kind of money and whatever, and they basically have themselves painted into a corner of who they're really going to go out with.
Yeah.
They think.
Well, sure.
They think, okay? Yeah. And some of the things are just whack-a-doodle that they got themselves painted into a corner with.
Yeah.
It's just real. I mean, that's the way this seems like with this guy.
Yeah.
When you're talking about, what the intimacy is going to be like, no,
right.
I'm good. I'll take the plumber or whatever. I'm good. Somebody to have fun with. I don't
afraid that my entire moves as the girlfriend would be recorded. I don't know.
No.
Anyway, that's all. They didn't cover that.
Next question.
That's just The World According to Cindy and Cindy.
Yeah.
That could be a good show. The World According to Cindy and Cindy.
Yeah.
So, and then the last thing that was on the crazy side, exploring gene therapy. So he has expressed interest in exploring gene therapy as potential avenue for longevity.
They're doing that now with cancers.
Yeah.
They are. That's what they're doing. They're combating cancers with the gene therapy.
In the show, he did do his first gene injection. So I don't really know kind of the results of that, but had to fly to some other country and that where it was legal. And anyway, crazy. So those are some of the crazies. So let's actually look at some of the things that we all can do if we have not sold our company for $800 million. The first thing that he really emphasizes, these are some fundamentals, you guys. And, the first one's sleep. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He adheres to a very strict sleep schedule and prioritizes sleep quality. I recall in the Netflix documentary, he said, your body loves routine. Your body loves routine. So he was really trying to emphasize, when it comes to sleep, go to bed at the same time every night. Yeah. Do you do that, Cindy? No. No, you really don't. I know that about you. Jeez. I know that because you'll share with me. You talk to friends on the phone till like midnight. I'm like,
or later.
Who does that? Yeah,
well, I do it when it's interesting.
I guess so.
I like to socialize until 2 a.m. Doesn't make me a bad person.
Not at all. Not at all. Just a sleepy one. Okay, so when it comes to sleep, he said stick to a schedule. So there you go. The next one is diet. I don't think he's going to suggest to stop eating at 11, but he does follow, Cindy, what you were mentioning before, a strict plant-based, low-calorie diet designed to be nutrient-dense. As I mentioned before, lots of broccoli. Lots of broccoli.
You know what? The one thing that I will say about this, and call me Debbie Downer or whatever you want to call me, is what kind of a life do you have when this is your regiment? To me, I want to have fun with my people, and you know what? If I make it to 80, I'm good, or whatever kind of thing.
Well,
I get it.
I'm gonna tag on that in just a minute, Cindy, or before we close out.
Okay.
So exercise. Oh my gosh. So the two things I saw him repetitively do in the documentary, exercise-wise, was the treadmill, running on the treadmill, and lifting weights.
Weightlifting, absolutely. Yep. I totally agree with both of that. Yep. Absolutely.
So, no brainer. He didn't make that part complicated, and I believe he actually, believe it or not, he advocates an hour a day, which you would think with his whole day, he spends way more time taking supplements than he does working out. But
you don't have to be crazy, and you don't want to overdo your muscles either. I mean, trust me, look at me. I mean, I do weight stuff, but you don't have to be crazy about this stuff.
Right. So that part was actually,
realistic.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay. Now this is not realistic. Avoidance of garbage. Now, what do you think garbage is?
Everything that's not garbage. That's a cop-out.
He eliminates unhealthy substances like alcohol, processed foods, and sugar. So,
sugar's a big no-no.
Sugar is a no-no. Yeah, we know sugar feeds cancer, so that's just it's just a bad. It's a bad thing, but
it is bad. Alcohols, sugars, but I mean that's natural stuff, though. Yeah. Those are natural grapes, so we're going to keep those in. And then, so what was the other one?
Processed foods.
Oh yeah, well
I
agree with that. I mean, I do love a good
Cheeto every once in a while,
Oh yeah, okay. I like dill potato chips, but that's like once a year.
Yeah. I know. I never buy it, but if you have it on you, or if we're out somewhere,
I'm not a prude.
I'll eat it,
Me
but
too.
I just don't put it in my pantry on purpose.
No, I don't either.
I do like a glass of wine at night, though, so I don't
do
know.
that. I do it very, very infrequently, but I drink it if I want to.
Only on Wednesdays when you see me.
Right. That's our secret tap. But I don't mind some rum or bourbon once in a while, just a little, touch of it. Not a lot.
All right, you guys. We have to go to a station break. Don't let me forget, Cindy, at the end of the show to tag on to what you were talking about with the socializing. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew.
Sturgis Lumber is more than just lumber. Timber! Residential, commercial, and industrial applications. Sturgis has all of the hardware to help with your project. Visit SturgisLumber.com. 4 generations strong, Sturgis Lumber and Hardware. More than just lumber.
Evergreen Media is your go-to for podcasting. Business owners, boost your brand by educating clients with your own show. Just show up. We handle everything else. Get your custom video podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and more. Start today at egreenmedia.com.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Sofas, love seats, dining sets, and bedroom groups in the latest styles and colors from Four Seasons, Braxton Color, Riverside, Universal Coastal Living, Hooker, Capri, Tommy Bahama, and lots more. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have anything you need for your outdoor living from Lloyd Flanders, Kingsley Bate, Brown Jordan, and Woodard, including a gallery of maintenance-free furniture from Berlin Gardens and Pollywood. Right now, during our Memorial Savings event, we have lots of great half-price specials, including another 10% off on all Tommy Bahama and Lexington furniture in stock or special orders. And all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet and sales store directly across the street that is filled with name brand closeouts, and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Cindy gets. She totally gets it.
Oh my gosh, did you see my prom makeup? She so gets it.
Dude, did you see her before and after makeup on Instagram? That makeup girl gets it.
My wedding makeup was so amazing, and my makeup artist, she totally gets it.
My senior photo makeup rocked. She gets it.
You should see her new Facebook profile. Her makeup artist really gets her.
My eye makeup is so on fleek. Thanks, Cindy Getz.
Cindy Getz Makeup Artist, 772-633-4030.
She gets it!
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. We want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate for always making sure that we are on air so we can share with you how to stay younger. So whether you're buying or selling a home, give them a call. They know what they're doing. They've been around since 1978. You can find them at 772-231-4712. You can also find them at SorensenRealEstate.com. We also want to thank Varietals and More. They always take care of us with our beverages. So go see them on Royal Palm Point. They have a lovely shop right there. Go say hi to Rob and Michelle. And if you mention Beauty and the Beach Radio, you do get a 10% discount. Thank you, Rob and Michelle at Royal Palm Point. All right, we are wrapping it up. We're talking about staying young. We're talking about a guy named Brian Johnson, former Braintree guy, now entrepreneur of health, I guess. I'm not sure what his new title is. I guess his new title is Project Blueprint. You'll also see him say, don't die, but he's basically kind of turning himself into a robot to try to make his body younger. And Cindy, we were talking about these things and you were like, what did you mention earlier about the socialization?
Well, that's a big key to it. And the other thing is with of course, he's a robot. He's in a science experiment, if you will. But what kind of a life do you have if that's what you do all day?
So, okay. So and I wanted to share this real fast because it wasn't really highlighted in the Netflix, but I really picked up on it. So this guy seems very robotic, taking on. It doesn't have anything to do with his mind. And he does talk about it's not about the mind. It's about the body. Right. Mm-hmm. So he seems very emotionally unattached. His son does come to live with him. They become best friends. You see them playing ping pong. You see them working out together. You really see this bond, right? Which is what you want for a father and son. At the very end, the son goes off to college and you see this Brian, this father, this guru that is trying to, manipulate his body. He cries and he is surprised. He's crying because he is now going to be alone and missing, and he has a gorgeous, huge house. And I think he would all of a sudden was kind of shocked at how empty he felt.
Yeah.
And at the very end of the show, it shows him organizing hikes. So he would go on his social media and say, okay, anybody that wants to join me, we're going to go on a hike. The first hike was 11 people. The second was 400 people. And I thought, good for him. He figured it out. And he said that people need socialization.
That's absolutely. Even if you're sick, that's what you need.
There's no pill you can take There's no pill you can take to replace that.
Nope.
And he did figure that out. So kudos to him. With all the money that he has in the world, he still had to add some human part of it, which is socialization. So you guys, I hope you learned something and go watch it. It's a fascinating show. Project Blueprint. We'll see you later. Have a great day.